Today I'm chronicling everything required to start collecting, painting, and eventually playing Warhammer. And I've divided all expenditures into 4 groups. Firstly, I needed a workstation. So ordered the same table and drawer as my partners from IKEA. The drawer is working great at storing all my paints, brushes, and unfinished projects, as part of the deal is keeping an uncluttered desk at the end of each painting day. I also required a good chair, as I'm expecting to be hunched over for quite a few hours at a time, and a bright light to help me see what I'm painting. In total, it was £45 for the desk, £70 for the drawer, £33 for the chair, and $17 for the light. That's £165 or about 225 US dollars. Secondly is brushes and tools. Now I'm very much starting from scratch, as I've never been into painting models, minis, or crafting, so it's going to be a lot of fun treating myself as I try out new painting methods. But to start off, I got myself a large cutting mat as to not damage my table. I found this very nice wet palette, a little expensive, but it's going to pay itself back by giving my paints a little bit of longevity. I grabbed a couple different paint brushes ranging between 4 and 14 pounds depending on the style and quality. Of course, I'm going to need glue to get my models glued together. And lastly is a painting handle, and this is going to give me the sturdiness I need to paint in those really fine details. I've decided to put paints in its own category because I do want to record every dollar spent on this hobby. However, I don't want people to go down the same avenues as I have. A couple days after starting this journey, I've spoken to friends and colleagues who I didn't even know were into Warhammer. Each and every one of them have offered to lend me or even give me paints to get me started. So the best advice I can give to anybody is to ask around before spending hundreds of pounds as I have. The entire ethos of this channel and what I hope to accomplish with it is to help people learn from my mistakes and even avoid them. Nevertheless, I've spent £26 on the Warhammer paints and tool sets, which includes all the colors needed to paint my minis, plus a pair of pliers and a file. I've also picked up 2 colors of primer, one black, one gray, and about 6 pots of paint additional to the starter set. These range anywhere between £375 and £475 each. That's going to bring a grand total of tools and paints, brushes to £185 or about 250 US dollars. Lastly is the minis, and I'm very excited to begin my adventure with the Ultimate Starter Set, which set me back £122. I did some research into what's included and what's potentially coming out in the future. One thing that did pique my interest was the combat patrols. They can be found for about £100 and let you focus on an army that you're interested in. The Ultimate Starter Set, on the other hand, includes 2 combat patrols, Space Marines versus Tyranid. It also includes game boards, core rules, dice, rulers, stickers, and much, much more. So I got a lot of value out of this. So from the top, the workstation was £165, the paints, brushes, and tools was £185, the minis $122, so that's a total of £472 or 650 US dollars. Yikes. I haven't even opened anything up. So next up, we're going to crack open some of these boxes, learn how to glue, prime, paint, and enjoy our minis. Hope to see you there.